So Longton, how'd your bitch ass fantasy team fare?
I didn't do too bad. I went 2-3. Won 2, lost 1.
2 out of 3. You said you went 2 and 3. What? You can't do math?
No, I'm sorry. I just wasn't.
I went to the
correctly.
Suffolk County School District. I know math.
You do?
I know math real well.
Well, how did you fare? How was your team?
My teams went undefeated.
How many teams do you have?
I have 14. I went 14
Wait,
and
0.
Wait,
did you say 14?
I have 14 teams.
And you went 14 and 0.
Yep, 14 and 0.
How did you go 14 and 0 and with your 14 teams?
I knew everything that was. I watched everyone in college. I used to watch Kareem Hunt at Toledo all the time.
Were they even on television? How did you watch Kareem Hunt at Toledo? Now I know you're fucking lying.
We used to exchange fitness tips over Twitter.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't believe a word you say ever.
We're gonna go see It this weekend. He's coming into town.
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
Are the Chiefs on a bye or something?
It's my boy.
How is that your boy? How? I can't listen to this anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Rated R Sports Talk podcast.
Fuck yeah!
I'm your host, John Longton, and I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Maximilian, a.k.a. Max.
What up, what up?
And Druckman, a.k.a. Druck.
What up again, motherfuckers?
All right, guys. Let's just get right into it.
Basketball season has returned. Blitz by New England. They're throwing long. Hill's wide open. At the 35, at the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Kansas City! Alex Smith wants to throw all kinds of time. He wants Kareem Hunt out of the backfield. 40, 35 to the 30. Hunt breaks a tackle. 15, 10. Skip runs the man. Gets all the way to the end zone. Touchdown! Kansas City! 78 yards! Lead, right. Sharkandra crosses it to 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Kansas City! Skittles for everybody!
Really nothing's good enough, so we all got to do a better job. That's going to be pretty much the answer to every question because that's what it was.
There's nothing really positive about anything that was done, so we got to get back to work. We got 9 days before next game, and hopefully we play a lot better than tonight.
Guys, how about those fucking Kansas City Chiefs? They got me real fired up. That's the way to start the goddamn season.
Fuck them.
If I can watch the Patriots lose on the start of every NFL season, I'd be a happy fucking camper. And you know what? We had to go out. We had to get the biggest Chiefs fan I know. His name is Steve Schuff, and I just want to get his take on the game. Steve, first off, did you really expect the Chiefs to win that game?
Got to be honest. Absolutely. It's one of those things when you look into it and it's the starting of a season, you expect everyone to win. I know how good they've always been. They're playing in the hardest division, in my opinion. And to see them go out there, look, I mean, they were in New England. So what do you think? I mean, I don't know. And to see them go in the way they played, and with Jeremy Maclin being out, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But I got to say, I was pretty pumped up with the end result of it.
Let me just say that when you speak, Schuff, you got to get right into the mic. It's kind of like you're sucking a dick a little bit.
You got to get right. You got to cup the balls. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Get right on the head
Mind
there.
the stepchildren.
Let the listeners know that you're there.
Stroke the shaft.
This mic is a listener's dick, and you just want to treat it right. All right, bro?
Familiar territory, Chef.
I like dick. Exactly. Thank you.
Wow. How about on a real note, guys? What were your guys' reactions when you saw that? Because I'm not even going to lie, I was kind of falling asleep during the game. It was kind of late. I kind of hate how the NFL will start so late, and you got to stay up till fucking midnight and really devote yourself to watching a game. I fell asleep just as the Chiefs took the lead, and I went to bed thinking there's no fucking way Tom Brady's not going to throw for another 2 touchdowns, and they're not going to win by double digits. Druck?
I was super pumped. It was like Brady's mojo got taken away from him. It reminded me a lot of, the Super Bowl appearances of Brady from 42 and 46, about how he just came up short. He just kind of fell apart. The Chiefs' defense had me really excited. Justin Houston is a guy that I think a lot of people forget about. He is a monster. He's very good on the edge. They got to Brady a lot, more than I've ever seen. And I'm very excited about that team. Very sad to see Eric Berry get injured. He's an awesome player. I do have a vested interest in the team too, which is Tyreek Hill, who's my flex position, and he was just amazing. That guy is so goddamn fast.
Fucking fast, dude.
Oh, yeah.
What about Kareem Hunt? What do you think about that, Jeff?
Oh, God, I can't forget about Kareem Hunt. I think the kid made a name for himself that night. 3 touchdowns. Amazing.
I love the fact that the kid can go out there and fumble on the first. Was that his first carry of the game?
Yeah,
First NFL
fumbles
carry.
the first carry of the game, and then he has the game of the fucking week. Well, how for a rookie to have that type of response makes me think that this kid's got not only a future in the NFL, but he could be a future Pro Bowler. Maybe this is an
absolutely.
overreaction conversation. Not gonna lie, the kid
Week 1 overreaction.
Kid could be an absolute dud, but he had a fucking game and a half.
Not just Kareem Hunt, but the entire fucking Kansas City Chiefs to come back and drive the whole field and score that touchdown.
I got to say this, and this is one of the things that I think bothers me the most about this is, we're such a small market. And you know what? When a lot of people don't talk about us, and that's the one thing that just really irritates me because, like, they talk about Oakland Raiders. I've heard nothing about the Oakland Raiders this entire year. And they keep talking about how they're going to be amazing and everything else. And if you look back, the AFC, at the end of it, Kansas City was number 2. They were number 2. They beat Oakland twice over the year. And yet, I never hear anything about Kansas City.
I think it's because they don't have those sexy players, that a lot of people love on the Raiders, Derek Carr and Amari Cooper.
Okay, I can agree with that. Yeah. But at the same time, what's their defense? What everybody keeps talking, their offense is fantastic. Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. But at the same time, like, then you actually, what'd you get to see? This is what I see with especially the preseason. Everybody saw Holmes and they were like so excited. They're like, wow, like he's going to be taking Alex Smith's job. No doubt about it. He's, this is within the week 6, 7, he's gone. And then I think Alex Smith finally woke up and goes, wow, I need to hold on to my job. And he was like, I'm going to start doing something with it. And this is what I really saw, and then at least my interpretation of the Patriots game was they didn't respect our offense at all, and so that's why we had over 2, 75-yard, touchdowns. And
I agree.
So
they're underestimated,
and that's why they never get talked about. And that's what I just look up so upset because it's like you guys are in a large like you're in a large market as New York fans, so it's constantly Cowboys, Giants. Always, Raiders, it's always something. The Denver Broncos are always talked about, and like we beat them last year twice. And I just feel like there's no respect. So you know what? I'm like, fuck all you guys. I'm ready for some Kansas City Chiefs to do some work.
What about the Chiefs always match up well with the Patriots. Patriots might just come back and win out the rest of the season.
Absolutely. You know what? And I think that the Patriots, a lot of people have made this because they won, the Kansas City Chiefs won this first week. All of a sudden now you hear all this talk. This was a couple years ago. We beat them again, and it was what was it, 41 to 17 2 years ago?
That was week 4 2 years ago, and everybody, remember overreaction that day where Tom Brady's losing it. Maybe Bill Belichick should find somebody else, and the Patriots lost their way, and the window's closing. They went on to win the fucking Super Bowl that year. Yeah. They went on to win the Super Bowl that year, and this is the year that I actually cut Tom Brady for my fantasy team that year.
It was a terrible move.
It was a terrible fucking move. I make at least 2 or 3 terrible fantasy moves per season.
Who doesn't?
I'll tell you, last year the most terrible move that I made was trading Odell Beckham for Crowell in week 2.
I watched that.
Why
one.
would
that
you do
single-handedly lost me the league. Hey, I'm a man to admit my mistakes. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But what I liked about the Chiefs game is Alex Smith stepped up and he showed the league why he was a number 1 overall pick. Maybe traditionally
13 years later, he did show that.
Well, not even 13 years later. It's just that they've never really had that much trust in Alex Smith to go over the top, to take the top off the defense.
Has he ever gotten it done when it matters, though? Has he ever finished the season strong?
Well, I feel like he might have a different role in this Chiefs team. They have weapons now. Remember 2 years ago, he didn't complete a pass to a wide receiver like most of the season, and they still had a winning record and still had a decent team. I think they're going to take it to the next level now and say, all right, we see you. Let's see what else you can do.
Right, they're finally putting trust. I think he's trying to shed the identity as a game manager that's just been plagued him for so long. He has a chip on his shoulder. He's playing like it.
And also look at that, too, is he's the third most winning quarterback besides, what is it, Tom Brady, I believe, and I don't even know who the other, but I'm just saying, he's the third most winning quarterback. And look, I agree, but I also look at this as...
Is that ever or is that active?
As active
right now.
Active
Winning
players
percentage.
right now. But also look at it like this. A lot of people are like, okay, well, who would you choose instead? And to me, I look at it and go, okay, well, who's going to actually be on the market? Tom Brady? He's never going to be on the market. Aaron Rodgers? Who are these people that you would switch up and trade instead of them? So to me, I like Alex Smith. I mean, he wins us every single year, at least 11 games. Why would I trade up, for something else? Like, yeah, I don't agree, and he's not the sexiest quarterback, but at the same time, you know what? He wins us games. He gets us to the playoffs. We've been in the playoffs the last 3 years.
I'd fucking take him.
Exactly, and
Absolutely,
who wouldn't?
I would too.
So, I mean, and our humps have been the Steelers, and it's been the Patriots. And what do we do to the Patriots? And I'm not saying that that's going to happen next time, but at the same time, I know that they have the potential to put in work.
I have to ask you this, Shuff.
Sure.
Looking at the team right now after week 1, how do you think that the Chiefs are going to respond without Eric Berry?
See, he's the heart and soul of our defense, and everything that man's been through, I respect.
Absolutely.
I absolutely
Amazing.
appreciate him. I think he's one of the best players that I've ever seen, and especially if you saw what he was doing with Gronkowski this
Yeah,
past
exactly.
week, he
That's
was
what made me
amazing.
think too. Like, is the tight end play against that defense going to be a little bit stronger now? Since they seem to like to match up Eric
Right.
Berry with the bigger receivers or tight ends.
You can't replace his skill set,
Right.
period. So that's the one thing I definitely have to say. I still think we're a strong team. I still think that we have a deep, we're deep. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know who you can literally go and pick up and replace for him, to be honest. And
Agreed.
so I still think that we will make the playoffs. I still think that we're going to be a great team. We're going to have everybody has that one game that you think you're going to win that you won't. But I think that we're legit contenders. I do think we're Super Bowl bound if it was just to be quite frank.
All right. I got to cut this fucker off now. All right. Super Bowl bound. I think they're going to lose to the Eagles this week personally, but, that's just me.
Ooh, I fucking hope not.
Nah, I'm just playing. I actually had the Eagles going 4-12 last week. Did I not, Max?
You did.
And I'm definitely eating those fucking words.
Definitely are.
Definitely eating those words. Like, that is the worst pick of my life. I picked the Eagles to go 4-12, and they come out of the gate. Did you see that Carson Wentz play?
Carson Wentz is
I
looking
did.
good.
To Aguilar to
Aguilar
start the
looked
game.
great.
Oh, my
That's a smoke screen,
goodness.
though. I don't trust him the rest of the year.
I don't trust him either.
Who?
Yeah, Nelson
Wentz?
Aguilar.
Aguilar?
I trust
I
Wentz.
don't trust.
don't know
I
about
trust
Aguilar.
Wentz. Yeah, absolutely.
Man,
I'm with
how do you guys
Max.
think Sproles is going to do in that offense?
Yeah, he should be. I didn't really see too much of him. I was watching Red Zone during that whole game, so
Yeah.
I didn't really see much Sproles.
Yeah,
So I
don't
can't
know.
really
I
speak.
actually, what are you doing for the Chiefs-Eagles game this week?
I'm going to be hanging out, whatever. I don't know. I definitely like to see it. And I think Sproles, he still looks like he's still ready to go. How old is Sproles?
He's got to be in his
gotta
early
get up
30s.
I think he's older than my dad, to be honest.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, he's
Your
a little-
dad was a great catching running back too.
He was. He was.
I think he's going to be good, to be honest. Yeah, no, I don't. I'll be around. Hey, if you're down. I mean, so we got the Dolphins this weekend, right?
The Dolphins are finally playing.
Are they making their debut?
They're making their debut. They're making their L.A. debut
Ooh.
and playing the Chargers in their official opener in L.A.
And what better Hollywood mug in L.A. than Jay Cutler? I mean, am I right?
Oh, Smoking Cutler. I can't wait to buy my
Wow.
Smoking
Yeah.
Cutler t-shirt, to be honest. I am all about my fucking Smoking Cutler shirt.
Ooh, he's gonna catch. Yeah, he's gonna be the hope for Miami this year.
But, all right, we're going to end this segment with our Chiefs prediction on the season. I want to go around the room, and I want to get an honest assessment of what you guys think the Chiefs going to finish with record-wise and where they're going to finish playoff-wise. So I'll start with, I'm going to end with Shuff because, you're the guy. I'm going to start with Druck. I'll go to Max. I'll go to myself, and then Shuff will end it. Druck, what do you got for me?
Ooh, you're kind of putting us on the spot here, but if I do have to be put on the spot with a pick, I would say that the Chiefs are going to finish 10-6. They're going to have a little bit of woes
Go fuck
along the way,
yourself.
but they're going to. Hey, 10-6 is a great record. For the playoffs, I say first round. Definitely, they'll make it through the first round. maybe fall to the second round. It's so early to forecast, but if I had to guess right now, that's what I would guess just because of the loss of Eric Berry.
Max.
Oh, week 1 overreaction. Yeah, I'm gonna give them. I'll give them 12 wins. I'll give them 12 wins on the season. They got a potent offense. We'll see how the defense holds up. Super Bowl, huh? I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think they make it to the Super Bowl, but I would not be surprised. AFC Championship?
I'll take that.
I can smell you.
I would love to see that.
All right, so I have the Chiefs going 16-0. What? Yeah, bro. Did you see them play the fucking Patriots, a team that was supposed to go 16-0?
So it's just going to be some brilliant storyline.
No, they're not going 16-0. I got them going 11-5.
We got to bet some games, John.
Listen, bro, you were terrible in spread 'em last week, and that we'll get to spread 'em today.
Actually, but if you look at what I called, I think it matched up to a lot more of the scores.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. So I got them 11-5. I think. Sorry, Steve. I actually can't even look at this guy when I say this. Yeah. I'm gonna look away. I have them losing in the divisional round against the Steelers. I have, and I have the Steelers going in as the 2nd seed. I have the Chiefs going in as the 3rd seed, and they're gonna lose to the Steelers in Heinz Field. I'll be there to hug you, though, bro.
I want your fucking hug, you scumbag. Anyway, I say, you know what? I'm looking at it, 12-4. I think they can definitely do that. Their schedule's hard, and it's crazy because I actually look at it as I have a big family, and I have a sister and 3 brothers, and I'm playing every single one of their teams this year. And I'm actually playing, we're playing the Dolphins this year, pal. So I can't wait to watch that game and tell you go fuck yourself. Anyway, but I would say, look, every team wants their team to go Super Bowl bound. I mean, let's be realistic. You look at it, you hear it throughout the preseason and everything else, and they added this person and they added that person and blah, blah, blah. I think that we're going to be a good team. I think that we definitely can make it to the AFC Championship. But, I mean, if it's the Steelers, the Patriots, they've always been that Achilles heel. But you know what? I seen Alex Smith turn to a different level in that game, and it gives me hope to see that this could be a fantastic offense this year that I've never seen from him, and that gets me excited. So
they're getting through it this year, you're saying?
I think they could. I really do. I mean, he's got to a point where it's like, look, either you're going to do something this year, or like either you're going to be on the bench or looking for another team to play because they want Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah, piss
and everybody's looking. Thank you. They're looking. They're looking for him, and I saw him in preseason. I was excited to watch preseason because of him, but I saw he made a lot of mistakes. He's a rookie, you know, but I think that he's going to be our future, and he's going to be fantastic. He's got that gun.
Alex Smith is just so sick of being passed over.
Absolutely.
It happened with Kaepernick.
Right.
And it's supposed to happen with Mahomes right now. It's eventually going to happen with Mahomes, but not so soon.
And what
he ain't sitting down.
It's the same thing like with you guys, like where how much negativity do you guys get from Eli Manning? You know, everybody always talks about, yeah, he won 2 Super Bowls, but
I fucking hate Eli Manning.
Yeah.
So you would take Alex Smith over Eli Manning?
Any day of the week.
I'm sorry, but I would not. I'm a bit more patient with Eli Manning than a lot of New York Giants fans.
Right.
I know that it's going to all come together at some point.
Bullshit.
So, yeah. Well, you know, just sit back and you'll see the magic.
I hope
it's
to God.
Your stupid fucking line. It's not Eli.
Oh my God,
it's
it
not
is
Eli.
It's a lot of a line.
I'm so sick and tired.
It's a lot of a line.
It's 70%
line. If you saw Eli's
25%
stats
Eli and 5% your fucking attitude, Max. Jesus Christ,
Max, let me tell you this. Eli's stats over the last 2 years, ever since the West Coast offense was implemented with Ben McAdoo, far, far better. His picks have gone down dramatically. He makes far better decisions. He has more options right now.
I will give Eli a lot of credit for having one of the most worst, yeah, I don't know.
All right, where are we going with this?
For having the worst offensive line, not the worst, he's top 5 worst offensive line in the league. The dude gets up after every fucking sack. How many starts has he had in a row now? He's third all time.
Absolutely, he has
in
consecutive
most starts in a row.
He's goddamn Cal Ripken.
I just can't believe that this guy's getting fucking his face bashed in left and right, and then he just gets up and
his
face
playing. Shows that it's been bashed in a few times.
Yeah, I wish
his demeanor does too.
I wish he would fucking stay down. To be honest, he keeps getting up and he keeps just fucking throwing him into the dirt, and then these little dump passes. Yeah, the numbers are gonna show that the stats are better. He's not fucking getting it done though. He does not have the eye of the tiger. Fucking can't stand him. And I hate when everybody's, oh, you know, 2-time MVP, blah, blah. Dude, both times defense. And the fucking Tyreek Hill catch was a awful throw. An amazing catch.
I will tell you this.
What, he escaped the fucking sack? Okay, yeah, he did that. But he just fucking threw up another Hail Mary that could have easily been another fucking interception. Classic Eli. But
I was driving when towards the end of the game there when he did throw that pick.
Whoa. You're a Giants fan and you were driving?
I had it on the radio.
No. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You're a Giants fan.
You were with
Super Bowl Sunday?
Super Bowl Sunday.
He's talking about the Tyreek Hill play, or the Tyree play.
Oh, Tyreek. He said Tyreek Hill, so I thought...
I did. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, so I was thinking about Sunday.
I got Tyreek Hill on the brain right now.
He's throwing me the fuck off.
Oh, no.
Right.
God, no.
Maybe we need to hit the reset button. Maybe we need to hit the reset button.
Yeah, that's
I think
what
the
threw me
beers are
off,
flowing a
Hill.
little too much in here right now.
Yeah.
I'm not editing it out. I'm gonna roll with it.
All right, that's fine.
Well, okay, but can we talk about for a second, though, your defense? Because that was one of those things that everybody kept talking about, how you guys were going to be legit. And, you know, I'll say the first quarter, you guys held pretty well. And then you just shit the bed.
They were on the field the whole fucking game.
Yeah, that's
agree.
really what it was all
offense.
about. I mean, countless 3-and-outs by our offense.
And then going against one of, everybody knows damn well that the Cowgirls have one of the best O-lines.
Fair enough.
You got Easy E coming through, punching it. And how many times did they stop him in the fucking red zone?
No,
they held him to field goals.
Are we gonna talk Chiefs and Giants this whole show, guys?
Yes.
I mean, you
Literally.
run this shit.
You're right.
You setting it up.
But I think we're too far invested in the Chiefs Giants stock, guys. I think we should just keep the show rolling and
I'm just gonna button it up.
Greener pastures. I don't want to talk about the Dolphins at all. I don't want to fucking talk about the Dolphins at all. Well, I always wear a Dolphin shirt.
I just want to say that the lack of the O-line just exposes how fucking terrible Eli really is. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
You put any other fucking QB back there with all those weapons, they're getting shit done.
I'm telling you, man, God forbid if Eli does go down and Geno Smith comes in, I want to talk to you, and I want you to see that you don't know what you got till it's gone. I'm telling you.
That's pretty good, yeah. That's pretty good.
All right, yeah, Geno's not good, but I mean that's
Can
fucking
you let it
management, man.
go?
They're killing the team. They're killing the team and adding more weapons, not building up the O-line and putting fucking Geno Smith back there. Exactly my point.
I mean, there's some misguided, decision making when it comes to the free agent market and our line. That's for sure.
I just got one more question.
Sure.
I don't think we've definitely talked about this, Druck. Eli Manning's face.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on. The guy looks like a fucking. He looks like a fucking
slow person
all the time. Am I?
Eeyore Manning. All right, guys. We need to actually shift gears here. Let's just go on to another segment here. I think I got another segment. Druckman and I, this past week, we went to Phillies out in Loudonville, saw the Sunday night game. And
delicious wings.
That's where we
went on the road again.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road again.
All right, so this week's edition of On the Road Again, Druckman and I are at Phillies Sports Bar.
What up, motherfuckers?
It is in Loudonville. It is probably the most happening NFL spot to be.
Rowdy as fuck, guys.
Rowdy as fuck, and we have a Giants fan, and we also have a Cowboys fan. Mr. Cowboys fan, introduce yourself.
Sean McLaughlin.
Sean McLaughlin, you from the area?
I'm from Latham, New York.
And Mr. Giants fan?
I'm Chad Lennon. My name is, wow, I'm drunk. And my name's Chad, and I'm from Troy, New York.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put both these guys on the clock. We're going to give them 30 seconds each, and what they're going to do is say why their team is better than the other team. So I'm going to let the Cowboys fan go first. You have 30 seconds. Let's hear it.
All right, I mean, Dallas is hungry. They started off last year. They got a nice young team. They got a lot of stuff under their belt. They took a lot of lumps last year. They learned from that. They're coming back this year. You can see what's happening in this game alone. Giants took it to them last year, no question whatsoever. I'm telling you what, this team knows how to win now, and they're going to take it.
You still have about 10 seconds.
I mean, if you want 10 more seconds, I mean, we got Des Bryant who hasn't done anything yet, and they're still kicking the living crap out of the Giants right now. Okay. You know what? Witten is Witten. Zeke is Zeke. You got another guy. Yeah, I mean, our quarterback he's a quarterback for future.
Time. All right. And rebuttal.
And so I go with Odell Beckham, who is not playing tonight, who is the complete destruction of the Cowboys. He's not even in the game tonight. We have a 2-time Super Bowl MVP in Eli Manning, who has proved in clutch moments that he's the best that there is. We were Cowboy killers last year. The only reason we're not winning tonight is because of Odell Beckham being out. And that's about all there is to it.
Alrighty, I need a second half prediction from Mr. Cowboys fan. What do you got for me?
My second half prediction is that come the fourth quarter, Dallas is going to absolutely dominate. Giants D has been on the field way too long. Dallas is going to take over in the fourth.
All right, second half prediction, Mr. Giants fan.
Giants go undefeated the rest of the season.
All right, that is
Mic drop. Mic drop.
All right. All right, thanks guys for joining us. Guys, I would love for the whole show to be NFL, but that's pretty biased. Do you even know what this coming weekend is?
What is this weekend?
Giants Lions.
Giants Lions.
It's the NASCAR Playoff Monster Energy Cup Series.
What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna press the gas pedal and I'm gonna go forward. NASCAR, yeah!
This is just the pace lap. You don't go full speed yet.
Yeah, just the base lap. I'm gonna hit the brake. The f*** are you doing? You, Danica Patrick, you ain't half as dumb as me. Gas pedal.
All right, guys, I like to consider us a non-biased sports/news outlet, and I want to talk about the hot topics. And this coming weekend is a very hot happening topic. It is the NASCAR Monster Energy Drink Cup Playoff Series, and I had to bring in a NASCAR expert. He runs a show on YouTube. It's called Smells Like NASCAR. This is NASCAR Nolan. Nolan, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, John. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I just I brought you in here to kind of educate us on the topic of NASCAR and kind of sell us on why we should not watch football on Sundays and watch NASCAR instead.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Right now, sitting in this radio room, I'm not going to be able to sell it to you because really where I'm going to be able to sell it to you is physically at the racetrack.
Okay.
But I'm going to do my best, okay?
Wait. Should we take the show on the road, guys?
It's where the beer flows like wine. Am I correct?
Oh, you're so correct.
I will tell you. I'll tell you this right now. I love the ambiance of NASCAR. I love the whole going to the track for the whole weekend in a fucking camper and drinking mad cheap beer and
there's a lot of drinking and like titties are out and
yeah. Let me tell you guys something. First of all, the amount of tits I've seen on a NASCAR race is I can't even count.
Well, I'm in, John.
But in all seriousness, if you like to party, if you like beer, and if you like fast cars, you don't even have to like NASCAR.
Let's go right
but
now.
Just even going to a race is literally just one of the coolest things ever. Just like I said, you don't have to like NASCAR, but going to one's great.
Do you guys remember when the NASCAR place was in the mall? When they had a big NASCAR car, the NASCAR simulator?
Oh, yeah. No.
That was my favorite thing to do on
What
weekends.
mall?
It was in Crossgates. Right down where Johnny Rockets is now. It was a NASCAR simulator. And it was actually the funnest thing ever. And I'm not even going to lie. I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but I used to watch NASCAR back then. You know?
I am shocked.
But
who was your car, John?
My car driver back then, oh, shit, dude. There was a dude that drove a Merino car. Not even going to lie. Was there not a dude that drove a Merino car?
A Merino car?
A Merino car, Nolan.
No, I don't recall
It was for
that.
a couple of races. It was for a promotional thing. I forget the name of the driver.
Who's a quarterback? In the
I was a Sterling Martin fan.
It's also
Yeah,
an Ace
at one
Ventura.
point, NFL actually went to NASCAR because there was a point where NASCAR was doing so well, and they actually tried to work out a deal where like all the NASCAR drivers had NFL helmets to try and have like that I guess sync.
Well, look at Joe Gibbs.
Yeah, synergy.
Joe
I guess.
Gibbs was a guy that was very successful in the NFL.
Yeah.
Won a Super Bowl with the Redskins, and then was also very successful in NASCAR. So, I mean, there is some synergy going on with NASCAR and the NFL. I will admit that. But take us to this weekend. Give us everything that's surrounding this weekend. Who's in first? Who's in last? Who needs this race more? And how many weeks is it? Just give us all the parameters and kind of just go full on. And maybe I'll be a NASCAR fan after this conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. So this weekend we're going to be in Chicagoland. The playoffs have 16 drivers. And in the regular season, in order to make the playoffs, you have to win a race and you're automatically in, or you race in with points. Now, in a race, on the first 26 races, you have the races they're split up in 3 different segments. And if you finish in the top 10 or you finish in first, you get points. So there's 2 different types of points. You have a championship point and you have a playoff point. Okay. So if you win a stage, you get a playoff point, and then championship points are just used as an overall point standing to put you into the playoffs.
Okay. All right, I'm getting lost a little bit here.
Okay.
Is first place part of the top 10?
Yeah, okay. So basically, okay, I was kind of confusing on that. Positions 1 through 10, all right? You're going to get points in some way. You're going to get championship points.
Okay.
But let's say if you win a stage, you get 1 playoff point. So this is the thing that NASCAR, a lot of new fans struggle with, is the complexity behind the playoff systems.
There's
and
championship points.
Yeah, so you have championship points, you have playoff points.
I just wanted to ask, too, was this model in NASCAR modeled after the FedEx Cup in golf?
I'm not 100% sure.
It's a hard-hitting question, Nolan, all right? We brought you in here to be serious, not to dick around.
Okay, all right. So anyways, I'll stop talking about the actual how you set up. But we're going to Chicagoland. Your number 1 guy is going to be Martin Truex Jr. He has the most playoff points. The guys who are kind of looking on the outside in are going to be drivers like Austin Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ryan Newman, Matt Kenseth, Jamie McMurray, a lot of the guys who kind of weaseled their way into the playoff system, but really haven't built up those playoff points. So that's kind of the basis of it. So I can go all day about it, but
all right, we're not gonna let you. But
no, I figured not. I'm boring you guys. I can tell.
For one hell of a redneck sport, I mean, there's a lot of math involved. I'm very shocked right now.
No, I know that. Let me tell you something. The amount of engineering and amount of brains that you have to use, literally, you walk onto the pits and there's all this technology, all these smart people, and then all of a sudden you look out in the stands and it's like a trailer park out there. I kid you not.
Oh no, don't do that, man.
Really
don't
like
do
a trailer
that.
park at a NASCAR race?
Yes. Literally, it's just a bunch of toothless people drinking cheap beer.
Just leave
There's a lot of math that goes into making meth too. So
yeah, absolutely.
All right, now what I want to know what what sells sports, what sells everything are the rivalries. I want to hear about some of the rivalries. I want to hear about some of these fucking fist fights. I see in SportsCenter there's fist fights here and there.
Yeah, who's that really ugly dude who fights everybody? What's his name?
We want some action.
Kyle Busch.
Is it Kyle Busch?
Didn't he murder someone?
That was actually Tony Stewart. He got so pissed off and he ran over a kid.
But
the kid got out of his car and walked up to his.
I watched the video. That was sketchy.
Watkins Glen. It was a dirt track at Watkins
Glen.
Yeah,
it was dirt track somewhere here in New York. I'm impressed.
I am a journalist at heart, but I'm an asshole first and foremost. All right. I just want to
in 1998, Miami Dolphins Marino co-owned a NASCAR Winston Cup racing team with driver Bill Elliott.
Oh, Bill Elliott.
Boom. That
awesome Bill from Dawsonville.
Awesome Bill from no one of my listeners will get that reference. But, we're trying to synergize. All Nolan's listeners that are tuning into the show for the first time, stick around. We're not going to make fun of you the whole time, all right? We do have a pretty educational show here.
I do have a hard-hitting question for Nolan.
All right, shoot.
Now, I'm of the belief that I don't think NASCAR has a very big follow. It's got a very niche following. You know what I'm saying? It appeals to a certain demographic. What do you think that NASCAR has to do to go beyond those demographics to really reach to the masses and really appeal to people that make it feel like it's an important appointment show to go to?
That is a really good question, and really, the reason why NASCAR was so big in the 80s and the 90s is because of car culture, and that is something that millennials have kind of lost. Any of you guys, do you guys know how to work on your car, at all?
No. I've had the opportunity
Nope.
to. But.
You didn't hear me pulling in the fucking parking lot back there?
So it's kind of that idea that a lot of people were into NASCAR who were into building their own cars, and that was something where they were able to kind of, share their passion with. But now kids these days, they don't know how to work on their cars, so they don't connect with it. It's tough because You guys love football, and why do you like football?
Violence.
Well, you also like football because it's something that you can learn. I mean, if you look at the technology-wise now from actual different car companies, you're not even basically allowed to work on your cars. You don't have the technology to do it.
Absolutely.
Well, also one of the reasons why I love football, to be serious, is I have football on me at all times. And if I have some time to kill, I'll find myself throwing a football with a bunch of my friends.
Right.
And I can't really see myself changing my oil with a bunch of my friends, wasting time.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with real car enthusiast friends, and we had bonds for other reasons, but I think you just have to have that. No, that came out weird. Nothing happened. But I think you just have to have that such a car-driven mentality, no pun intended, and like.
No, jump on the mic, bro.
No, but what I was going to go with that is is that you mentioned that you have a football in your trunk. You have a football with you at all times. That's why baseball, basketball, football, like in high school, y'all were able to go out and do those sports. How many people do you know that own a race car?
I know one.
One. Compared to how many people do you know that play football?
Like professionally?
Even I mean, not even
I knew
from
one.
high school, college. What about college? Anybody,
Yeah,
what about high school? I mean, obviously high school. Every single high school has a football team. So when people turn on and watch NASCAR races, they kind of surf through the channels, and it's something that you can't really connect with because it's something that you really haven't done. You really haven't experienced.
For me, they're just so long.
And that's something that NASCAR is working on. So that's why they broke up the 3 stages so that you can kind of, all right, like we went through the first stage, now we're going to the second stage, now we're going to the third stage.
I know. I almost don't agree with that though because like they're long to watch. So like I'm not gonna sit and watch the whole thing. But I had a respect for the fact that they were doing those 300 lap races or whatever the hell they were doing.
Yeah.
And like now they're breaking them up. That kind of takes away from the whole thing, doesn't it?
No, it does, but it still kind of keeps that same distance. It's just now you kind of have planned cautions, but back when NASCAR was at its most popular time, cautions were a frequent thing because the technology wasn't there. So your engines would blow, your tires would blow, your brakes would go out. So it would make it interesting. You would see wrecks. Wrecks are a very important part of NASCAR. I know that it's a safety thing, but that's I mean, that is one of the coolest things to see those cars run into the wall at 200 miles an hour and watch people get away from it. I mean, you never want to see anybody get hurt.
Of course.
But now the technology is so good to where you're missing that element. So NASCAR kind of had to step in, kind of it's kind of gimmicky, and I understand that, but I see exactly what you're saying. But they're talking about shortening the races, and they're also, I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, baseball's doing the same thing. They're talking about going from 9 innings to 7 innings.
No, they're talking about in extra innings putting a guy on second to shorten the game.
Oh, really? Okay.
That and like kind of a pitch count, or not really a pitch count, like a shot clock for a pitcher, and the manager can only visit the mound so many times. They're kind of getting away from all that lengthy play as well. But I see where you're going with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the problem with sports in general is that NFL's the only one that's really keeping the millennial that's really succeeding.
Well, Roger Goodell's trying to kill it, but the NFL sells itself.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's so easy to turn on an NFL game. You have that city pride. So obviously, you've got, if you're from New York, you love New York. And obviously, if you're not, you have that team that you connect with. So you have that pride. And then it's easy to see everything. When you turn on that TV, everything that you watch is there. And you can see every moment that happens, where when you are watching a NASCAR race, you don't see everything that happens because there are 40 cars that are spanned either over a half-mile racetrack, and these tracks can get up to 2.5 miles. So when you're physically at the racetrack, you see things that other people don't see at all.
We're going to have to take the show on the road. We're going to have to go on the road again at a NASCAR event.
I'm 100% in.
I'm 100% in too. Is there anything local within the next few months, or is it shut down around here? More or less.
Define local.
Local meaning, I'd say there's a New Hampshire track.
Indianapolis.
New Hampshire is September 24th.
Ooh.
Dover is October 1st.
Okay.
So
this guy knows his shit.
Yeah,
all right?
yeah. I
this
try.
guy knows his fucking shit.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to be at the New Hampshire race September 24th, and then I'm also going to be at the Dover race October 1st. If you guys want to talk about doing a Rated R Sportscast travel trip, I'm down for that.
Wait, the 24th, is that a Sunday?
That is a Sunday.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you can count. You can count us out.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Well, I just want to thank Nolan for coming here and serving as a punching bag for a little bit. Hopefully, you didn't take too much offense to what we just said just now. And thanks for coming in the studio. And anytime you want to come back in and let us know what the hell's going on, we definitely want to have you.
Thanks for the PBR.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And yeah, if you guys want to have me on the show and I can kind of keep everybody up on the more entertaining stuff on NASCAR, I know I kind of went into the details and boring stuff. So
one last thing,
the fights, yes.
Who's your car?
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch.
I actually really I love Joe Gibbs Racing altogether. So I know we can kind of connect on that with the football side. I think Joe Gibbs runs an awesome organization, and those are my guys. So
awesome.
All right, just want to thank Nolan for joining us, and that is Smells Like NASCAR. It is on YouTube. You can find him. This is NASCAR Nolan. Just look that up in Google or YouTube and give him a nice little plug. All right, guys, let's shift our gears back to the NFL. I can only talk NASCAR for so long.
We're gonna be here all day, baby. I like this kind of party. Playoffs? Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it. Can't win.
All right, I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but Kara Cliff is not here, and she started doing a segment for us last week called Spread 'em. We found a good fill-in. He is a ready and willing Chiefs fan that just so happens to be sticking around the studio after his segment. I told him to go home a couple times, but he just wanted to stay here, so I put him to work. So Steve Schuff is hosting this week's Spread 'em. So, Steven, take it away.
And just be Schuff, by the way, if that's okay.
That's fine.
All right, guys, games of the week. The first one is going to be Pats and Saints. Druck?
Well, first say who's home, who's away. He's a little rusty on this, guys. You got it.
That's what I said.
You said Pats and Saints.
No, I said Pats at Saints.
Motherfucker, I'll run the tape back. I know what you said.
Stupid alcohol does wonders for you. Pats at Saints.
Okay, I'm going to give +9 to the Patriots. It doesn't matter that they're at home. Saints looked awful last week.
So it'd actually be the Pats -9, Druck.
Sure.
Just clarify.
Giving them 9.
So you want the Patriots to give the Saints 9 points?
Yes. Yeah. I'm new to gambling also.
That's your final answer?
Yep.
Max?
It's not going to be 9. Pats -7.
Okay, fair enough.
That I was thinking -7, but now you said -7.
I said -7.
You're making me Price is Right, you bro. I'm gonna have to go Pats -6.5. Schuff.
Oh, we got Longton for 6.5.
Ooh.
Shut the fuck
Collusion.
up, for real?
Collusion.
Jesus. All right, what's our next matchup?
All right, so then the next one we got is Redskins at the Rams. Druck.
This is a tough one. I'm going to give the home field advantage. I'm going to take the Rams. Really liked what I saw last week. It seems like that their offense is finally coming together and their defense is finally playing under the identity that they've had. I am going to give it to the Rams -4.5.
So the Rams are giving the Redskins 4.5. All right, I got you. Max?
Sounds like pretty accurate assessment of the situation.
Max, can you just speak into the microphone for me, please?
Is this better, John?
Oh, it sounds way better, Max.
Soothing.
Super.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams also. The Rams -3.
Ooh. So we got 4.5 -3. I think these two teams are very evenly matched. And, you know, as we said last week, the home team gets 3 points regardless. So, geez, man. I'm going to have to go Rams 1.
Yeah. Looking like Max got 2.5.
Okay.
So we got Max right there.
You said 2.5?
No, he said
I said 3.
All right.
So he's
Closest one.
Damn, dude.
That's
All
Okay.
right.
He's got it.
Max is
I
on
have
the board.
won one. I
He's
won one. Yeah,
won.
I know it blows your mind. You're hard to mark it down,
Holy shit, dude. It is really mind-boggling. Shut, take it away.
Okay. All right, so we got one long 10, one Max. Next one is going to be the Eagles at the Chiefs. You know my brand.
Okay.
Wow.
I'll take it away on this one. I am going to give it to the Chiefs, obviously. Eagles did not look so bad last week. It pains me to say that, but I'm going to give it to the Chiefs -3.
Okay. Max?
but they're going to have it a little bit higher than that. They're going to have it at Chiefs -5.5.
Oh, man, the Eagles look good. The Chiefs look better last week. The game's in Kansas City, correct?
It is.
All right. Fuck, dude. I'm going to say... Druck, man. That 3's looking juicy. Fuck. I'm going to say Chiefs. I'm going to put it at...
Chiefs?
Chiefs, yeah. I'm going to put the Chiefs at 4-point favorites.
Can I say this, too? Doug Peterson playing his former team. I think it's going to make it a little bit more even.
Okay, fair enough. It will be KC at 4.5.
4.5. Okay.
So I think that's Longton. Is that 2?
Okay.
He's not looking, I promise you. I'm holding these down.
Yep.
Bullshit.
Give it to him. Put it
It's
on the
called
board.
fucking integrity, Max. I have it, all right, asshole?
He needs a win.
Shut up, take it away. Actually, I'll go first this time, all right? I'm not going to piggyback off you assholes, all right? I'm
mean,
going to
you
go
could-
fucking first.
You could read it first or last or whatever.
All right, so we got 2 Longton, right? Max 1. Let's do it. All right, so we got Titans at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, so the Jags emerged as a defensive powerhouse after this past week.
Powerhouse.
10 sacks, 10 double-digit sacks. That's crazy. They played the Texans. Whatever. What are you gonna do? Shit, man.
They were still a little wet, I think.
Titans. I could have seen them winning that game against the Raiders. It wasn't that much of a blowout. Mariota had a good game. I'm gonna give. The Titans are gonna probably lay. I'm gonna say 5.5 points to the Jags. Titans are giving the Jags 5.5 points. Draw.
Okay. Liked what I saw last week from the Titans. Liked even more what I saw last week from the Jags and their defense. I think Doug Marrone is a great coach. I like what Tom Coughlin has done with the team so far. Seemed like a different team out there. But I'll say this. Even though the Jags are at home, I think the Titans are going to be a little bit too much for them. It's going to be... I'm going to stick with the -3, the Titans. It's going to be a close one.
What do you got, Max?
You're going with the Jags?
No, I'm going with the
So
Titans.
you are going with the Titans? I'm on the same page as you. I think it's going to be a little bit tighter. I'm going with the Titans. 1.5 points.
Right on the head. Max.
Boom.
1.5 points.
Fuck.
Titans. Yep.
We should go to the sports
All
book
right.
this
Wow.
weekend,
I think
Max.
Druckmann should sit this last one out so we can get a definitive winner.
Oh,
Right, yeah.
shit.
Well, it doesn't. Yeah, I agree with that, actually. Let's do that.
Nah, we can't. We
Okay,
can't. We
all
can't.
right.
We can't. But we got a little side pot going on right now.
We can
If
bring up another
anything
game if
we've
we have
ever
to.
done has proved anything, we will fucking tie.
We're gonna tie.
This last
I know. That's
We
why I
always
very much want to play this round.
Okay.
Fuck you, Druck.
All right, so we're out for the last
Oh,
one.
Who tweeted it?
All right, so who we going? You know what? Why don't we do this since you went first last time? We do Max first.
Max has yet to lead off.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna do Bears at Bucks.
Bears at Bucks. Oh, buddy. We haven't seen the Bucks yet.
We have not.
Bears at Bucks.
Hard Knocks, baby.
Yeah, Hard Knocks is gonna hype up people.
Yep.
It's gonna be Bucks are the favorite. 3.5. 3.5, Bob.
Okay. What do you got, Druck? What do you got, Druck?
All right, so the community is all
this
together
all night.
right now because of Hurricane Irma down in Tampa. Everyone's very motivated right now because they missed their game last week.
Also distracted.
They're filled with piss and vinegar.
And this
I'm gonna
electricity.
I'm going to give it to the Bucks. I liked what I saw last week from the Bears' run game, but I think the Bucks with their home field advantage and the fact that they didn't play last week and the fact that Winston can throw it up to Evans and Evans can do everything.
Is Evans back?
I think he's back, as far as I know.
Yeah, he's
Well,
back.
even if, regardless, I was still going to take the Buccaneers. I'm going to give them 4 points. I think what we saw last week from the Bears wasn't everything.
Okay, Longton.
All right. I think that the Bears ain't shit. The Bucks, I got the Bucks laying 5.5 points to the Bears.
Drum roll.
Yeah, Longton. It's going to be 7 points Bucks.
Oh!
Party people!
USA! USA! USA!
It's funny how they hype anything up that you don't see.
Yeah.
Like you haven't seen it before.
Right.
So they hype them up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Lonzo Ball on the
Well, no.
Top
Oh, you can
100.
go
Here's the deal,
suck
here's the deal.
a
It's-
dick.
They haven't
Max,
seen him yet, so they
They're
hype
gonna
him up.
Ridiculous.
Max, let me cut you off. They've seen too much. It's the Hard Knocks hype.
Yeah, but that's nothing.
It is everything. If you become so developed, or not really developed, if you become so enthralled with this team every week on a week-to-week basis, you're gonna think they're better than they are.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be betting with your heart.
You have an emotional attachment to their personalities.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Sure, yeah. No, but
Maybe-
that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody hypes up something that they haven't seen.
no, my argument is they have seen the Bucks every week.
But we haven't seen them play
Well, right, yeah.
a fucking NFL
So it's like the perfect
regular
storm where you
season
haven't seen, but
game.
you have seen.
Yeah, okay. Agree to disagree.
Just
yeah,
say that I won, Max.
You did win. You did win. How does it feel?
I just want to probably cancel the show after this. Go out on top like John Elway.
Are you going to Disney?
Not going to go to Disney. I'm going to go to Six Flags. Just because I'm
That's
trying
a
to get
cop-out.
trying to get a sponsorship over here. Disney it's tough. They're ESPN, bro. They're hard to bargain with. Six Flags, they'll fucking give me whatever I want.
It's fucking Jersey, though.
Jersey, New England, Great Escape.
A lot of options with
I'm
Six
out
Flags.
of other. But just let the record show that. Wait, Druck won week 1.
I did win week 1.
All right, so Druck won week 1. I won week 2. Max will win at something at some point. No, he beat me at who tweeted it last week, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Wasn't
But
that
that was a
memorable.
fucking disaster, let's be honest.
It's always a fucking disaster.
We're going to have a cumulative winner for these spread 'em games
Might as well.
every week.
I mean, we already have the Odell Beckham haircut bet. I'm not sure if we can sign up for anything else. Or should we? Or if anybody has any ideas for a little wager that we can do amongst our Radar Sports Talknesses or whatever the fuck. I'm going to edit that. Don't worry about it.
Do we have a universe?
What?
Do we have a website?
Do we have a universe?
No, we don't have
Is there
a website.
a rated R talk sports? Is there a rated R sports talk universe?
Are you talking about like a Radar Sports Talk Nation?
Nation, yeah.
Nation, yeah, Rated R Nation.
We're a nation of about 100 people right now.
I think we're more like a tribe.
We're definitely a tribe. But if anybody has any ideas on what bets we can do to kind of fuck with each other, email me at radarsportstalk@gmail.com.
Where's that?
It's radarsportstalk@gmail.com.
I think I might have one, actually. I don't know.
Chef, what do you got for us?
Okay, so we got 2 Giants fans in here, okay? You guys clearly both hate the Cowboys to no end. I think should be some kind of bet between the two of you that whoever loses has to like go in public wearing some kind of like, I don't know, maybe Tony Romo jersey, any kind of jersey that you possibly can that's a Cowboys jersey.
That doesn't
And I'll second
bring
that.
in
No,
John though.
No. I'll have to wear like some bullshit Jets or Patriots or Bills thing. How about that?
Does this involve us spending money on Romo jersey?
We all have Cowboy friends, and we all have fucking Patriot friends, and we can just borrow something from somebody. Steve, what were you going to say, by the way? Go ahead.
Okay, so I will be working at a location that on Sundays they actually give out jerseys. So you can actually do a raffle there, and every time you buy a different kind of beer, you actually get a particular ticket for that. And,
wow, what a world!
Right, so you can. I don't like this guy.
This is the world.
Yeah,
we
no
live
wonder
in.
why you're a Giants fan, you scumbag. Anyway, so but you're gonna get a jersey, whatever jersey is playing, like whoever's playing that week in that particular game that they're giving away, you can exchange it for whatever you want.
Ooh.
So you could get a free Cowboys jersey, and then you could rock it out.
Why
the
would
rest
I
of your life.
ever trade in all my hard-earned beer for a fucking Cowboys jersey?
I would never do that.
If you lose the bet. Nah.
I did hear that Tony Romo was doing a little announcing over the weekend.
Yep.
He threw out his voice. He's going to be out like, 4 to 6 weeks?
Oh, my God. There's no Cowboys fans in here. And
I heard they always were turning it over to the guy in the studio.
Yeah.
And that was Tony Romo.
All right, I mean,
save you motherfuckers money.
all due respect, I actually heard that I only hear through the grapevine that Tony Romo
Who
did
are
a
we
good
giving
job.
respect to?
Romo?
He was legit on there.
Romo was a great quarterback, man. I know a lot of Giants fans would go on all day, Romo the homo, whatever. But I mean, just looking at it objectively, he got it done.
No, he did not. Because when it came down to
when
clutch
it came
time,
down to
you know what?
playoffs,
I'll tell you this, guys, right now. I think Eli and Romo are the complete opposite quarterbacks because when it did came down to the clutch, Eli came through.
I will not say that these
magnetic
guys
opposites.
are in any way in the same class of these two players I'm about to say, but it's almost like, Romo was the Marino while Eli was the Elway, in that Eli won the championships.
I don't like it.
And then Romo was like the stat compiler.
I don't like it.
The stat in that respect. I'm not saying, and I started off by saying that in no way are they in any real comparison.
Let me cut you the fuck off. Dan Marino
did not make a Super Bowl.
He made a Super Bowl. Did not win a
All right,
Super Bowl.
well, he didn't win.
Is the word you're searching for. Dan Marino only had one 1,000-yard rusher in his whole career. Elway, when he won the fucking Super Bowl 2 years in a row, had Terrell Davis, who rushed for 2,000 yards. He also had a top 5 defense, which Marino did not. So don't come at me with that fucking bullshit, Druck. Don't come at me with that fucking bullshit. All right? You can't even name Marino's 1,000-yard rusher, let alone that he even had one.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Because I fucking told you that before.
No. I knew that before.
Because of me.
No.
Definitely because of me. 100% because of me.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right
All right,
after.
if you're so confident,
Kareem
what number?
Abdul-Jabbar retired from the Lakers, and then he went over to the Dolphins.
Shut the
and
fuck up. What number did he wear?
himself.
What number did he wear? If you know this guy so well. Exactly.
33.
Damn, you fucker! How'd you know that? That was such a guess. That was such a guess.
Who was it?
That was such a guess.
I have a photographic memory. 1,000-yard rusher. I'm not a dunce.
I think he got 1,001 yards or something like that. But to my point, Marino's got the quickest release. He was called the #1 most mobile quarterback in NFL history by the NFL Network. Mobility meaning being able to move the wind in the pocket, not being able to scramble or anything like that. But he
I like
avoided
your
sacks.
dance moves right there.
What's that?
So I like your dance moves right there.
I'm just trying to emulate what Marino was doing behind the mic here. My head's still behind the mic, but my body's flailing around back here, and that's what Marino had to do.
When are we going live video? When are people going to see?
I blame
the
Marino's
shenanigans?
woes on Ray Finkel, and only Ray Finkel.
I think that movie kind of jinxed the Dolphins, even though that's my favorite movie of all time. No, it's my second favorite movie of all time. What's your first? Obviously, Sandlot. Can't fuck around with Sandlot.
Mine's The Shawshank Redemption, which has nothing to do with sports.
All right, I see you. I see us going off the rails here, so we might have to switch up the segment.
Clearly.
Or do something different.
See Rex Ryan doing some announcing?
What a fatty McFuck.
How about that? How about the guy? How about the guy on the fucking sidelines? What was his name?
Oh, Dip.
The Mexican.
Sergio Dip.
Holy boom goes the fucking dynamite, huh?
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
God! And I think that Vance Joseph, he's really happy to be here.
He
gotta play that clip.
Now, am I wrong? I heard
we'll play the clip.
English is his second language. Or?
Yeah, you know what? I looked him up
No.
on YouTube afterward, and I saw all this ESPN Deportes stuff. So I think he's somebody that just kind of got elevated.
Listen,
and he's on the national stage
We're
now.
not giving ESPN the excuses. All right, for those of you who did not hear, let me just quickly play the clip.
Headline for the Chargers, and here's Sergio Dip.
Beth, Coach, it's a pleasure to be with you guys here on the field from up close, just watching Coach Vance Joseph from here. You watch him now on the screen. This diversity in his background is helping him a lot tonight. Quarterback at Colorado, defensive back in the NFL, and here he is having the time of his life this night, making his head coaching debut.
This is the mothership, all right? You want to go out and fire 100 fucking people? You want to lay off...
John, wouldn't you say that...
You want to lay off 100 fucking people? This is what your product's going to be. You're going to have Rex Ryan in the booth, and you're going to have Cracker Jack fucking sideline reporter. You can't lay off 100 good fucking people and expect to have a good product on the goddamn field.
You know what?
That is bullshit.
At least they fired Britton McHenry, because if they kept her, they would not be making a point at all. But wouldn't you say that, dipping your toes in the water would be like a sideline reporter to say a quick blurb is what Sergio Dip did? It's not like they gave him the full load. They gave him a very simple assignment
What
to do.
are you talking about?
The sideline reporter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say a quick sentence and back up to you, Al.
Yeah.
Is it really that crazy? I mean, this guy's got experience. This guy, he's on ESPN. He's probably at all kinds of fucking soccer matches and shit like that. But what I'm saying is, you can't get rid of 100 people and just plug in holes with ESPN Deportes guys.
Or like offensive line.
That's sure as hell what it looks like.
It is what it looks like. We're going to start seeing something soon. We're going to start seeing the fall of an empire.
I will say this. I watch ESPN less and less because I see Stephen A. Smith on there more and more.
Oh my God. It's not just about Stephen A. Smith. It's about the product. I mean, I went to the ESPN.
It's hot take city, bro.
I went to the ESPN website today, and I'm reading game stories. You know what I see in the top corner? It says Associated Press. The Associated Press is writing their game stories. They're the same fucking stories that are written in the Times-Union. The Associated Press writes everybody's goddamn stories. If ESPN is going to get rid of all these people and just cherry pick their articles from the Associated Press, listen, bro. There's something going on inside that building.
Yeah.
You can't trust one of your reporters there to write a fucking game story. You can whip up a game story in a half an hour. You're just going to cherry pick it from the Associated Press just to save $1 or $2? I think these guys are going to be losing a lot, and I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later. Remember the housing crash in 2008? ESPN's going to crash with all these fucking TV deals with NBA, NFL,
Rightfully
MLB.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
They did it to
happen.
They did it to themselves.
But
fuck them.
We're just going off on a
White
tangent here.
people Kool-Aid. Fucking watered down. All right, that's where I'm going with it.
It is white people Kool-Aid.
And with that being said, I think this is a great spot to transition to the end of the show. We had a very exciting show today. We had a very lively studio with a couple studio guests. I appreciate coming in. I just want to thank Nolan Sutton. Nolan, thanks for coming in today.
Go fast, turn left. Thanks, guys.
I also want to thank Steven Schuff. Steve, thanks for being a Chiefs fan.
Chiefs Kingdom.
For Maximilian Max.
Peace out.
Druck.
Thanks again, motherfuckers.
I'm John Longton. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you'll tune in next week, and hopefully we still have a show next week. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.